Let me talk to you straight. Have you ever met a woman who seems completely uninterested, and yet, deep down, you feel like there's a way to turn that around? I'm not talking about manipulation or tricks. This is about understanding what women genuinely respond to. Most men miss the signals, the subtle cues, the psychological triggers that make a woman notice you differently. The truth is, women are wired to notice confidence, presence, and authenticity. If you don't understand that, no amount of texting, calling, or showing up will make her want you. Here's the thing. It's not about chasing her or proving yourself. It's about creating a magnetic presence that makes her curiosity spark, even when she's convinced she's not interested. It's about understanding what women look for unconsciously, the kind of energy, consistency, and subtle challenge that draws them in without forcing anything. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. I'll break it down step by step, giving you actionable tactics that actually work in today's dating world. This isn't theory. This is about practical ways to make a woman notice you, think about you when you're not around, and start wanting to spend more time with you without being needy, desperate, or overbearing. If you pay attention and apply these principles, you can completely shift the dynamic. You'll learn how to turn disinterest into curiosity, curiosity into attraction, and attraction into desire. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how female psychology works in real-life dating and how to use that knowledge to make women genuinely want you, even the ones who initially seem uninterested.
1. Command attention. Most men make the mistake of blending into the background. You think showing up and being nice is enough, but it's not. Women notice men who stand out, not men who follow the crowd. The first step in making a woman want you is commanding attention, without being loud or obnoxious. It's about presence. Presence isn't about being flashy or having money. It's about how you carry yourself. When you walk into a room, are you relaxed, confident, and grounded? Or are you slouched, fidgeting, and waiting for someone to notice you? Women pick up on these details instantly. A confident posture, calm movements, and the ability to engage with others without anxiety make a huge difference. Even a small change in how you move and speak can make you more magnetic. Another key part of attention is emotional energy. Women are drawn to men who radiate a calm yet confident energy. That doesn't mean pretending to be something you're not. It means controlling your nervous energy, smiling naturally, making eye contact, and showing that you are comfortable in your own skin. When you carry this energy, women notice it, even if they aren't consciously aware of it. Don't underestimate the power of subtle eye contact and a genuine smile. These small signals tell a woman that you're confident, approachable, and interesting. You don't have to talk endlessly or try to impress her with words. The way you exist in space, the small gestures, the ease in your voice, the calm in your energy, all of this signals that you are someone worth noticing. Finally, make your interactions memorable. Don't just ask the same generic questions every man asks. Share a short, interesting story or make a clever observation about your surroundings. Keep it light, playful, and unique. The goal is to make her feel like there's something different about you, something intriguing. Women remember men who give them a spark, a feeling that lingers even after the interaction ends. Commanding attention is your foundation. Without it, nothing else works. When you master presence, energy, and subtle uniqueness, women start noticing you, even if they initially claim disinterest. This is the first step in making her want you. You're setting the stage for curiosity, attraction, and desire to develop naturally. 2. Create mystery. One of the fastest ways to make a woman want you is to make her curious. Women are naturally drawn to men they can't completely figure out. If you're predictable, oversharing, or too available, her interest will fade. Mystery creates a pull. It gives her a reason to think about you when you're not around and keeps her attention focused on you. Creating mystery starts with what you reveal about yourself. Don't give her your entire life story on the first few interactions. Instead, share just enough to spark curiosity. A hint of your passions, goals, or past experiences is enough to make her want to ask questions. Leave some stories unfinished or tease small details she will need to discover over time. Every unanswered question about you makes her brain work in your favor. She starts imagining scenarios, wondering what kind of person you really are, and that builds attraction. Another way to create mystery is through controlled communication. Don't respond immediately to every text or call. This isn't about playing games. It's about showing that you have your own life and priorities. When you're not always available, you naturally increase your value in her mind. She begins to think about you more and wonder what you're doing when you're not responding. The curiosity this generates works to your advantage. Body language is another key tool. Don't over-explain yourself or reveal all your emotions instantly. Keep your demeanor calm, confident, and slightly reserved. When you don't give everything away, it makes her want to figure you out. A man who is steady, composed, and mysterious is far more compelling than a man who tries too hard to impress. Also, mix your energy. Be warm and friendly at times, and slightly distant at others. This contrast keeps her guessing. Women are attracted to men who can maintain their own sense of independence and are not emotionally dependent. It signals strength, confidence, and self-sufficiency, all highly desirable traits. Finally, don't be predictable in your behavior. Surprise her occasionally with something unique, a spontaneous message, a fun outing, or a subtle compliment that feels unexpected. These small touches add layers to your personality, reinforcing that you're a man worth exploring. Mystery is about balance. You don't want to be cold or disinterested, but you also don't want to be fully exposed or overly available. When done right, it triggers her curiosity, keeps her thinking about you, and makes her want to know more. Mystery turns initial disinterest into genuine attraction. 3. Show confidence. Confidence is the single most attractive quality a man can have. Women notice it instantly, even if they don't consciously realize it. But we're not talking about arrogance or trying to prove anything. True confidence is quiet, natural, and magnetic. It's the energy that makes a woman feel safe, intrigued, and drawn to you at the same time. Start with how you carry yourself. Stand tall, keep your shoulders back, and walk with purpose. Small details like posture, calm movements, and controlled gestures speak volumes. When a man appears self-assured, women are naturally more interested because confidence signals that he can handle life's challenges without constant validation. Your voice also plays a huge role. Speak clearly and deliberately. Don't rush your words or apologize for speaking. A steady, calm tone communicates that you know who you are and that your time and attention are valuable. Women subconsciously pick up on this energy. It creates attraction without a single word about looks, wealth, or status. Confidence also shows in social interactions. When you talk to her or other people, do it naturally. Engage, make eye contact, and don't seek approval. A man who is comfortable in social settings, who can joke, tease, or share opinions without fear of judgment, automatically becomes more desirable. This is especially true for women who initially seem uninterested. They notice when you're calm, collected, and self-reliant. Another key aspect is emotional confidence. Don't be needy or desperate for her attention. If she seems distant or cold, maintain your composure. A confident man doesn't chase validation. He calmly interacts, knowing that his value is independent of her approval. This creates an unconscious pull. Women respect and want men who can manage their emotions and remain grounded. Confidence also means setting boundaries. Don't bend over backward to please her or adjust your personality to fit what you think she wants. Stick to your standards, communicate clearly, and act according to your values. Women are instinctively attracted to men who have a life, interests, and principles of their own. Finally, take action with confidence. Whether it's asking her out, suggesting a fun activity, or making a subtle move, do it with certainty. Hesitation and doubt are instantly unattractive. Decisiveness communicates security, leadership, and masculine energy, all powerful triggers for attraction. Remember, confidence isn't about proving anything. It's about owning who you are, projecting calm assurance, and demonstrating independence. When you radiate this energy, women, even those who seemed uninterested, start to notice, think about you, and naturally want to be around you. 4. Be unpredictable. Predictability kills attraction. When a woman feels like she knows exactly what you're going to do, say, or how you'll react, her interest fades. Unpredictability, on the other hand, keeps her engaged, curious, and thinking about you long after you're gone. It's a subtle way to create excitement without overcomplicating anything. Start with your schedule and lifestyle. Don't be available 24/7 or respond instantly to every text. When a man has his own life, goals, hobbies, friends, it signals value. She notices that you're living your own story, and it naturally draws her in. Occasionally switch up your routines or plans. Spontaneity shows her that being with you could bring fun, adventure, and unpredictability into her life. In conversations, avoid always agreeing or playing it safe. Share your genuine opinions, even if they differ from hers. Light teasing, playful challenges, or unexpected humor keeps interactions exciting. It shows you're authentic, confident, and not afraid to stand your ground. Women are instinctively drawn to men who create dynamic energy and make them feel alive in the moment. Small gestures can also add unpredictability. Send a random, fun message that makes her smile. Suggest an impromptu hangout or surprise her with something thoughtful, but not over the top. The key is subtlety. Make her feel pleasantly surprised without overwhelming her. These little sparks create emotional highs that make her remember you and crave more interactions. Physical presence can carry unpredictability too. Don't always be in her personal space or overly eager for attention. Be attentive and playful, but maintain a level of restraint. Women notice when a man keeps a balance between engagement and distance. It creates tension, a psychological pull that increases attraction. Finally, your overall energy should reflect that life with you isn't boring or stagnant. Men who are unpredictable are seen as interesting, intriguing, and worth investing time in. By keeping some things unexpected, your words, your actions, and even your moods, you make her curiosity work for you. She starts paying attention, thinking about you, and wondering what you'll do next. Unpredictability is about maintaining excitement, not confusion. It's about creating a dynamic presence that naturally attracts women and keeps them guessing. When combined with confidence, mystery, and presence, unpredictability makes you the kind of man she can't ignore, even if she initially seemed uninterested. 5. Be challenging. Women are drawn to men who challenge them, not in a negative or disrespectful way, but in a way that sparks interest and admiration. If you make it too easy for her to get your attention, she will quickly lose interest. Challenge creates value, tension, and excitement. 3 things that naturally make a woman want you. Start with your availability. Don't always say yes to her invitations immediately. Have your own plans, priorities, and life outside of her. When she notices that you have a life that doesn't revolve around her, she unconsciously begins to appreciate your independence. This is attractive because it signals self-respect and emotional stability. Women are wired to value men who can lead themselves before they lead anyone else. Challenge also comes in conversation. Don't agree with everything she says or seek to please her at every turn. Respectfully express your opinions and share your thoughts confidently. Playful teasing works wonders here. Light, humorous challenges make interactions fun and memorable. A woman may initially resist, but over time, these interactions create mental sparks. She starts thinking about you even when you're not around. Another way to challenge her is by demonstrating high standards. Don't compromise your values or principles to get her attention. Show that you know your worth and that you expect a woman who complements your lifestyle and energy. This doesn't mean being cold or dismissive. It means staying grounded in your self-respect. Women are naturally drawn to men who have standards because it signals strength and character. Physical and emotional boundaries are part of the challenge too. Maintain your space and independence. If she texts constantly or seeks validation, respond thoughtfully rather than instantly. Allow her to earn your attention gradually. This creates tension in a healthy way, making her desire your presence more. Finally, create moments where she has to wonder about you, what you're thinking, what you'll do next, or how you'll handle a situation. Challenge her curiosity and keep her guessing. When she invests mental energy into figuring you out, attraction builds naturally. Being challenging doesn't mean being difficult or playing games. It's about showing your value, maintaining independence, and creating mental and emotional sparks. Women are wired to notice men who present this kind of healthy challenge. When you combine challenge with confidence, presence, mystery, and unpredictability, even a woman who initially seems uninterested will start wanting to be part of your life. 6. Appeal. Emotionally, attraction isn't just physical. Women are drawn to men who can connect on an emotional level. Even if she initially seems uninterested, tapping into her emotions can shift her perception and make her want you. Emotional appeal is about creating feelings she remembers, craves, and associates with you. Start by being genuinely attentive. Listen carefully to what she says and respond in ways that show understanding and empathy. Don't just nod or give generic responses. Reflect back what she shares, ask thoughtful questions, and show that you remember details from past conversations. When a woman feels truly heard, it creates a sense of intimacy and trust, even if the connection started casually. Humor is another powerful emotional tool. Making her laugh isn't just about entertainment. It triggers positive emotions that she associates with your presence. Playful teasing, clever observations, and light banter create emotional highs that linger in her mind. Women naturally remember men who make them feel good, so use humor strategically to build emotional attraction. Confidence in vulnerability also creates emotional connection. Share small, controlled insights into your life, challenges, passions, or lessons you've learned. You don't have to overshare or unload personal trauma. Just enough to show depth, authenticity, and emotional intelligence. Women are drawn to men who have inner strength, but are also human and relatable. Create shared experiences that evoke emotions. Spontaneous adventures, small surprises, or even meaningful conversations about dreams and aspirations can leave a lasting impression. Women remember how you made them feel more than what you said. Positive emotional experiences act as anchors that make her want to be around you repeatedly. Nonverbal communication is also key. Eye contact, genuine smiles, subtle touches, and relaxed body language can reinforce emotional attraction. Women are highly sensitive to these cues. They amplify the feelings you create through words and actions. Finally, show that you can manage emotions gracefully. Calm composure during challenging situations signals emotional maturity. Women are attracted to men who can maintain stability while still being emotionally expressive when appropriate. This balance builds trust and desire, even if she initially seems indifferent. Appealing emotionally is about creating a magnetic combination of connection, positivity, and intrigue. By engaging her feelings, you make her think about you when you're not around. Emotional attraction, paired with mystery, confidence, and challenge, can turn initial disinterest into genuine desire. 7. Build scarcity. Nothing makes a woman want a man more than scarcity. When your time, attention, and energy aren't constantly available, she begins to value them more. Scarcity isn't about playing games. It's about creating natural boundaries that make her desire your presence. Start with your availability. Don't drop everything every time she reaches out. Have a full life, friends, hobbies, work, and personal goals. When she sees that you're not always at her disposal, she subconsciously starts to prioritize you. Scarcity triggers curiosity and anticipation, two powerful forces in female psychology. The less predictable your availability, the more she wonders about you and wants to be part of your life. Communication is another area to use scarcity strategically. Avoid over-texting or over-explaining yourself. Keep your messages purposeful, playful, and concise. Respond thoughtfully rather than immediately, and don't always initiate conversations. When she notices that connecting with you isn't effortless, it increases her mental investment. Women naturally want what they have to work for. Physical presence works the same way. Don't constantly be around or available for casual hangouts. Show that you have a life beyond her, but make the time you do spend together memorable and engaging. When a man's presence is rare but impactful, it leaves a lasting impression and builds desire. Scarcity also amplifies value. Women are drawn to men who are in demand or have interesting, full lives. If she sees that you're selective with your time and energy, she begins to perceive you as high value. This isn't arrogance. It's simply demonstrating that your attention is precious and not freely given to everyone. Balance is crucial. Scarcity shouldn't make you seem disinterested or cold. Combine it with warmth, humor, and attention when you do interact. This contrast makes her feel the pull between wanting more and enjoying what she gets. The tension created by scarcity is what makes attraction stronger and more memorable. Finally, create anticipation for interactions. Leave conversations on a high note, suggest future plans without overselling them, and allow her to look forward to the next encounter. Scarcity builds longing. She starts thinking about you, noticing your absence, and valuing your presence in ways she wouldn't if you were constantly available. When done correctly, scarcity transforms casual or indifferent interest into real attraction. It makes a woman want to engage with you, think about you, and invest in getting closer. Combined with confidence, mystery, unpredictability, challenge, and emotional appeal, scarcity ensures that even a woman who initially seemed uninterested starts wanting you. If you follow these steps, command attention, create mystery, show confidence, be unpredictable, challenge her, appeal emotionally, and build scarcity, you transform the way women see you. Even the ones who seemed uninterested will start noticing, thinking about, and wanting your presence. The key is consistency. Show your value, maintain your independence, and engage her curiosity. Women are drawn to men who are confident, intriguing, and emotionally magnetic. Apply these tactics, and you won't have to chase her. She'll naturally want to be around you, invest in you, and wonder how she ever overlooked you in the first place.